Welcome to the Puffcast. I am J.O.E, member of Gorilla House. I mean, shout out SAV, shout out Shadow, shout out D, shout out Murder, shout out everybody, shout out to Gorilla House. Um, T, I don't forgot something. I don't forgot to go live. Day the album came out, all that. I forgot to do a lot of shit. You know what I mein? But I'm here now. And in the morning, I'm hoping that my niggas come through. Pull up right now. They can't be on the camera, but yeah, I will hear their voices because they're gonna be calling them on the show or whatever. You know what I mean? So well, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I love the simple fact of how music is popping up in the news feed. And shout to the Gorilla House. Um, I'm gonna talk about something that we got coming out for the new album in a minute. I'm just trying to share the broadcast and shit. You know what I mean? Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Um, Shout to RB Payne versus Coach Corleone dropped. I didn't get a chance to peep that yet, but I am gonna watch that after I get done with this shit. You know what I mean? All right. I believe I don't think I. Shit to the gods. Alrighty now. I think I've sent it to enough people. And I think them niggas that I sent it to, hold up, I think I need to send it to one more person. One more person. And then I can start to tone food with me. You know what I'm saying? I can start to tone food with me. All right, sent it to enough people. For this right here, like I said, I sent it out to the Gorilla House. I need them niggas to call me and speak their piece on this. But I'm gonna say my piece first. Pardon. I'm gonna say my piece first. You know what I mean? First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for going to get the Welcome to Eastern Lowlands album. First Gorilla House album. I'm always gonna cherish that. I'm never gonna have no beef with that. Anybody that done press play or purchased our shit. But you know, one thing. My bad. One thing I did have a problem with was certain niggas that are fans of music talking like they own a record label. You're a fan, nigga. Stay in your place. I'm the rapper. I'm gonna do what the fuck the rapper is supposed to do, and that's rap, nigga. Whether you niggas like it or not, I'm always gonna spit these bars, and I'm always gonna, you know what I mean? I'm always gonna be one up on y'all niggas, you know what I mean? So y'all niggas gotta get, y'all niggas gotta get with that or get ghosts, straight like that, you know what I mean? And like I said, I don't like how niggas and this niggas that know nothing about the. I don't give a fuck if you don't have a record label. You can not have a record label and know about the business, so you can have a right to speak on how shit was moved and what was supposed to be constructed. But when it coming down to somebody knowing how the fuck their music is supposed to sound, I don't think y'all niggas. I don't think y'all niggas get it because when it came down to the shittiest microphones back in the day done made the best song in the motherfucking world. They don't understand where we at futuristically with this. We seeing where this shit gonna be like years later. Niggas is gonna hear this shit and be like, yo, this shit sound like some the grimiest shit I ever heard in my life, son. Like I'm scared of these niggas. Like that's what I was aiming for myself. And it's a little different for y'all to be aiming for something, especially when y'all group. 'Cause everything has to coincide with how many other fucking people that's in the group. If it's 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, whatever. Everybody, oh shit. Everybody got to make a decision, and everybody got to like play their position. And if you gonna lead the team, lead the team. You know what I mean? And then when it's time for someone else to lead the team, lead the fucking team, man. And if you are a team full of leaders, the leaders shouldn't have a problem letting they, you know what I mean? They see that they leading their peoples to victory all the fucking time, and they never, they never coming up like short or no shit like that. But they always, they may not have went over there and got much, but they don't went over there. Hold up, let me fix the camera. Now, they don't went over there and done fucking like done demolished the whole entire rap scene just based off of, you know, pure skill. And then you got those that done had the thing. So there's a difference between having the thing and skill. The skill is gonna keep you here longer. The thing is gonna be the thing for now, and whatever it. But the thing is, niggas that done had that thing to last like the last 25, 35 years. And that's my, I'm not even gonna kid you now. You know what I'm saying? So the motherfuckers that done made shit like famous, I don't want to say famous. I don't want to use like trend either. You know, shit sound kind of corny. But those that done had, you know, success with having that thing that lasted 25, 35 years. And even after that, this shit could last for shit. Something that somebody did in the Bronx on 1259 Sedgwick in the South Bronx. That nigga went it with the record. And niggas still doing that 50 years later. You feel me? So that shit can pop off just bringing the record back, catching it, and not only that, finding out that you got to have the right type of needles for your shit to scratch and boogie and rock the party and all that. You feel me? If you don't understand the art of hip hop, then I'm going to tell you, you are in the wrong place. Now, if you understand trap and drill and all that shit, you're in the right place. I don't understand that shit, but I like the music. I like the music. Believe me, I do. I've been listening to this shit for like the past like I want to say like going on close to 4 years that I had to deal with this shit. You know what I mean? I haven't been listening to that shit that long, but like every time I listen to it, it gets kind of better. I like what's being produced, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Listen, I give y'all niggas your props for having that thing to last this long. But that's all it is. Is gonna be a thing. Niggas is gonna know me for pure skill, me. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't respect the skill that is responsible for manufacturing the craft that I do, then how the fuck can you be a fan of me, son? If you can't respect what's done for me to do what I do. Respect the bars, respect the artists. There's nobody in the studio telling somebody, there's always somebody in the studio telling somebody how to write the music, how to do the music. But then we turn to the nigga and tell him, yo, why don't you do this shit? You're gonna have to. And like I said, this is not a shot at niggas that are part of the industry. This is not a shot at niggas that are not a part of the industry but know about the industry. You feel what I'm saying? This is dedicated to niggas that know nothing. They think just because they watching the movies, they know everything, nigga. I got the books and I've been paid lessons. Shout out to Chrissy Mack. I done talked to her for an hour and paid like $50 to talk to her for an hour. She gave me the scope on this shit, dummy. Big up to big up to Dunny Brand. Big up to Stuck B. Rest in peace, Sean Price. Shout out Boot King Click, 30 years. Rusty Jokes. You know what I mean? Like, they been around for 30 years. Wu-Tang Clan, Onyx. You know what I mean? Them niggas been around for 30 years, God. I just don't understand how niggas still can't respect the craft. They can't respect the craft and the ball. Just respect that. That's all you gotta do. If you a fan, then do what a fan do. Fans do not worry about what type of uh like honestly, I'm gonna keep it a billion with you. Fans ain't worrying about who did this and who did that. All they want to do is hear the fucking music. But if they're a hip hop head, meaning the niggas with knowledge, now there's a difference between the nigga that's like a fan of the music, and then there's a nigga that's like deep in depth with he's a like a boot camp historian, a Wu-Tang historian, a Mobb Deep historian. You feel me? Niggas gotta understand what I'm talking about, B. You know what I'm saying? The shit that been lasting. The niggas with pure skill that's been lasting. To me, the only motherfucker with pure skill that been lasting is KRS-One. I mean, Coogee Rap, he's still outside, but I don't know. He just he be giving us verses here and there, but you know, I need another album, God. KRS-One dropped like 5 albums as soon as the next decade, as soon as this decade started. And when the last decade was ended, he had like at least close to 10 albums out, bro. If not more. Everybody, late 80s that came out in a good era. If y'all niggas get back in the studio, I'll go get that. And this is something that me and my father was talking about yesterday. It's different for me to see Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One versus because I wasn't born like in his era of when hip hop first started, and he was there from the start. He was there from the come up, and he was there for the evolution. He was basically there for everything. So you know, um, yeah, he was basically there for everything. I wasn't there for everything. I got here when I got here when shit was like not not you know niggas was getting money, but like it wasn't that much money. Niggas was still in the streets, bro. It's not that much money, but niggas are still in the streets. That's for real. But yeah, that's my take on that. Now, oh shit, I think you want to call. All right. Well, here's also what I gotta say. I don't want to hear no more rappers rapping about the same shit. Switch it up. Throw a love story in there too. Throw a real story in there too. Throw a story in there that could move the crowd or inspire the kids and shit. You know what I mean? Come up with more music like that, man. I'm not telling niggas. Here's the thing with me. I'm not gonna tell niggas not to do street shit. Cause if you a street nigga, you gonna do street shit. Period. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you're not a street nigga, you didn't live that life, you didn't have to bust your gun and none of that shit. I advise you to not even think about rapping about a motherfucking gun going blow. Nothing. I don't want to hear it. And I know them niggas don't want to hear that shit either, son. Use a pop tart, sweetheart. You soft in the middle. You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to hear about you blasting off heat. And niggas done got the 411 on you, nigga. You done had the perfect life that every nigga wanted. You know what I mean? Don't ever get it twisted, B. Don't ever get it twisted. Because the shit that y'all niggas, and let me tell this shit to y'all niggas too. The shit that y'all niggas allowed for the past, I want to say close to 20 years. It's about like 17, 18 years. The shit that y'all been allowing the past 17, 18 years. I told y'all about this shit when it was about at least 2 to 3 years in. When it was 2 to 3 years in, I told y'all niggas. And then guess what the fuck happened? Y'all niggas ain't listen. And now years later, y'all niggas want to talk about, yo, all these kids talk about the spin on the ops. Y'all niggas was allowing these niggas to sing about lean, Percocets, and Molly and all that. Y'all allowed it. Y'all okayed it. Y'all said it was groovy. Y'all said it was smooth, top billing. Y'all said it was that shit. Look at you now. Dead. Ashes. You know what I mean? It's your fault. And like I said, I told y'all niggas, man. I told y'all niggas, watch them niggas over there, B. They ain't wired right. Did y'all niggas listen? No. No, you ain't listen. So I'm gonna tell y'all niggas something, man. I need y'all niggas on like super A game, super A game tactics, B. Because they will be so quick to throw you in the category of trap artists, drill artists, hardcore hip hop artists, uh, a lovey-dovey rap or whatever. They're gonna label you, bro. So make sure you check off all the fucking boxes instead of just focusing on that first one that's just checked off. I mean, I don't give a fuck if you hear any of my albums. You hear a bunch of street shit in there, but I make sure at least I put 1 or 2 songs on that motherfucker that's very different from what I do. And then I give you what I usually do throughout the album. And then I'm gonna have at least 1 or 2 joints to where you know I would never really do no shit like that, but I'm experimenting them. You know what I mean? I'm working the waves of the water and all that. You know what I mean? Just understand we on point over there. And that's where. Now, for those that are prepared, hold on, let me close this real quick. Right about now, I think it's time to see if my brother can pull up in the motherfucking video joint. Or believe. Or believe, or believe. I got one of the guards. Went up. Over a smidge. Fuck it, be calling them. I be trying not to call these niggas at this time of night because I don't know if they got their sons and their daughters. You know what I mean? But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Check this out. One of these niggas are gonna pick up the phone, so hold up. Hold up, so I think somebody picked up live on the podcast. Hold the fuck up. Let me go get my shit. Get right. Know what I mean? My nigga. Yeah, we hear you. Hold up. Y'all hear me? All right. We live on the podcast right now. I see that you busy. This nigga wild. I'm on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen. Live on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen. From the Gorilla House. We got the so accurately vocal nigga. SAV. In the building. So what's up? What you up to right now, son? What you up to right now, B? As you can see, we live on the podcast right now.
Oh shit, yeah. What's up?
I'm chilling, man. I want to bring you on so you can talk about how you receiving all the love off the album. Disclaimer for the episode. This is the Roach episode. We're smoking roaches, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck is going on? Who the fuck is in the goddamn? Oh shit. I dropped my phone live on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. I guess he can't make it to the podcast right now. He's a little apprehended in the hands of his lady. You know. So trying to see what the fuck is up with Shadow. But you know, he busy. You know, he working on getting the album right. Speaking of which, he got to come through and see me, so he can make a final. He can make a final decision on what the fuck is going on with his album. All right, but there was one thing that I was gonna discuss with SAV. It was the 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 history of how shit got started with Gorilla House. You know what I mean? Like I called the nigga one day, and this is after he came through and split a verse for me on the second album, Purpose of Passion, available everywhere. Go get that. I prefer you to go to iTunes or Apple Music. I mean iTunes and Amazon Music, all that. But if you got a thing to, hold us down with, get the album. Go get the album, son. I mean, now I called up SAV and I said, "Yo, I want to start a group with you. What's your man that rap? What's his name?" I didn't know his name was Murder, but I'm not calling nobody by their government. I'm calling niggas by the name they told me to call them. So I met, I thoroughly knew, like we acquainted now. I thoroughly knew Murder, and you know, there was someone part of the group that went by the name of D-Mac. Right, this is before Shadow got a part of the scene. Oh, what the fuck. All right, so this is before Shadow got a part of the scene, right? We making music, everything's good. For a studio session, and this is what let me know: don't start a group with niggas that are not in the same city as you. If they want to feature, that's cool, but I prefer you to start a group with niggas that are close to you. On some, they live in the same state with you. You know what I mean? Now, if y'all make it and blow the fuck up, y'all can do some slaughterhouse shit. He could be from over there, you could be from over there, I'll be from over there, and the other dude be from anywhere. And we a group, niggas. You know what I mean? That was two niggas from the East Coast, one nigga from the West Coast, and one nigga from the Midwest. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? So, originally, D Mac was on the first album called Purpose and Passion. I mean, the first album was Something Gotta Give. And crazy how me and D Mac met. But that's another story. I asked D Mac, yo, starting a group. Want to get down? And he was like, yeah, fuck it. I get down with y'all niggas. Brought him into the group, let him know who the dudes was, and we was solid. We was rocking. Comes time for the first studio session for Gorilla House to lay down a track and make it happen. Right. I came up with the name of the album, Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. I looked up places. I looked up different terms to call the habitat of a gorilla. And it was known that the the habitat was called lowlands, and they could be found in the eastern lowlands, and they could be found in the western lowlands. So I was like, oh shit. I just came up with the name for the first album. Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. This motherfucker D Mac gonna say that's too long of a name for an album. Like, what the fuck you mean? That's perfect. That's a perfect name for the first album, nigga. We can name it. I don't give a fuck whatever the names of the albums are, nigga. Nigga, what? I don't give a fuck. I can name whatever album you want to name after the Gorilla. It's still gonna be Gorilla House, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Just make sure that you understand that we are calling the name of the album, the name of the first album, Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. That is perfect. I had everything planned. I had everything stamped, ready to go. This nigga sent us a beat, right? Because he be doing the little Fruity Loop shit. Nigga be doing the Fruity Loops, though, like, he don't get the SP1200 sample. But he get busy with the beats. And I knew he got busy with the beats, so I said, yo, send us something. You producing the whole Gorilla House album. And everybody was on deck with that, SAV and Murder. He was like, all right, fuck it, he do beats, send us some beats, so we can get the shit popping. Dude. And that's the quickest way to get the album done yourself. Just produce the shit yourself, bro. You know what I mean? But we put the spotlight on him, and he showed us shit. I ain't even want to do my verse for that fucking song. I ain't even want to do my verse for that song, son. SAV ain't want to do his verse for that song. Murder ain't want to do his verse for that song. But we all gave him back. We all gave him back bars for that song. Then he sends us another beat, and it's time for a studio session part 2 for Gorilla House. Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. Sent us the night, son. This shit sounded like some Mario Kart type shit. You know what I mean? This was some shit that you do not rack on, my nigga. This was some shit that belonged in a video game. He gave us a video game uh, beat. Called up SAV, called up Murder. Said, hey, yo, the girl sent me a beat, man. I don't know about this, but what the fuck y'all niggas feel about this? Press play, right? The same shit that I said, these niggas said. They said this shit sounds like some Mario shit here. Get it the fuck out of here. We is not rapping on it. Guess what happened? We ended up rapping on it. I gave my bars to the song. Sav gave his bars to the song. Murder was like, nah, I ain't doing it. I don't care. And what I got for it is fire too. I'm not doing it to this beat. This beat is trash. Get the fuck out of it. I'm not doing it. So I finally grow the motherfucking scorns to tell D Mac, yo, Murder don't want to lay his verse down for that shit. And quite frankly, I don't think this shit is working, man. Them beats you giving us, man, them shits is not the ones, man. You gotta do better with that. And he was like, I kind of figured, Hey, yo, I'm going solo. Fuck it. All right, go solo. Go solo. I ain't got a problem with that. You still my man. Still gonna get the album, whether you want to do music with me or not. Still gonna support your shit. We all said the same thing. Literally a week later, not even that. That day that I told that nigga, nah, we not doing that shit. We was working on something that was supposed to go. The song that y'all hear on what the Welcome to Eastern Lowlands called "Clipped Up." That was supposed to be on Through the Eye of the Creator, but I gave that song to the to the Welcome to Eastern Lowlands album because it kind of sounded better on there. From me hearing what we had with it after the time, me hearing what we had with it, I was like, yeah, put that shit on there. But we made that, and then we did a podcast. It was like 2 hours. No, it wasn't 2 hours. It was a two-part. But we did a podcast, and we was on the podcast. We was not bashing D Mac. There was no disrespect towards him. We all told him, yo, done. These beats is not the wave. We can't get busy with this shit, son. And we was saying shit that we already said to him, but we was just talking about it on the podcast. That's all. But it wasn't in no disrespectful manner. Like we was not bad. And I swear to God, y'all can go hear the episode right now. And I got some episodes that I need to drop on the Anchor shit. So y'all go tune in. Make sure y'all be tuned in on Anchor because I still got some episodes to put together, collage and listen to them and all that. Which one is part 1, 2, 3, 4, and all that. You know what I mean? So back to the Welcome East Lowlands backstory. We wasn't bashing them on the podcast. I put the episode out. I think he heard it. And then when I finally fucking told him, like, yo, Dunny, this ain't it. We can't do it no more. Give us that shit or we don't worry about the beats. I got beats. We're gonna give it a matter of the and you know, within a matter of some time of some seconds, the nigga was like, yo, fuck it, I'm going solo. And that's when I said, yo, all right, cool. If you still want to do music with me, hit me up. Uh, I still go get the album. You my mans. Fucks with you. A week later, I get a message. Hey, yo, fuck all y'all Gorilla House niggas. Y'all niggas is slime ball greasy niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. I'm dissing y'all niggas on every beat that y'all said that y'all was trash. I said, nigga, first off, didn't you block me? And second off, nigga, what's up? We battling? You better have your diss record ready, nigga. Ah, da, 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 da. I'm clicked up. I da, 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 da. I was like, nigga, you better be fired. Oh, you know what these bars do? They don't do what I do, my nigga. I destroy shit. I drag my knuckles when I walk on the beat. The fuck is wrong with you? Is it the nigga? You playing with the wrong one? Like I said, have your diss track ready, nigga. Nigga, we stays ready. Literally, the day that that shit happened, went home, queued up the equipment, found the perfect beat. Shout out to Lethal Needles. He produced the whole first album. Uh, the diss track is on Through the Eye of the Creator for those that won't know and don't know. You know what I mean? The diss track is on the third album Through the Eye of the Creator. Um, the day I, the day that shit went down and he sent me like a preview of the song or whatever, I was like, oh nigga, you think shit is sweet. I ran home fast as fuck and queued up the equipment and wrote that shit in about like, bro, I wrote that. That was the fastest song I ever wrote in my motherfucking life, bro. Any other studio session of making music, it took me a little under a half hour to come up with a verse, or a little bit under from a half hour to 15 minutes. This song here, man, I blinked and I was ready to lay this shit down, literally. It was a rap for this nigga. You know what I mean? There was no more rapping for this nigga after I started barking on the beat. So I do the record, put it out immediately. 24 hours later, my shit was out on the motherfucking streaming platforms. And then he hears it, I ain't hear nothing else after that. Right after I'm done with doing the diss track, I get back to working on the third album, and I sit down with SAV. I'm like, yo, son, I know shit is rocky, but fuck it, we got an album to do, my nigga. Is you riding or what? Because I do this shit by myself. I do it by myself, but I fucks with you, and I want you to be a part of this. Fuck it, it's just us, J.O.E and SAV. We laid down, take care of this. G's grimy, O is oriental, R is raw, I is intelligent, fundamental, double L is long live super central, A is awareness. Let the gorillas take care of this, cause y'all niggas wasn't prepared for this. We lay that song down, solidified. Murder's still a part of the group too at this time. But like he ain't hit his inactive switch yet. But it was kind of leaning towards that side where Murder was, hitting the inactive switch on his Gorilla House, know, on his Gorilla House shit. And we laid down no, we ain't laid down the same song. That like later that week, 2 days later, 3 days later, I went back over his house. We did that shit at his. I bought my equipment over there. We did that shit at his house. You know what I mean? We did that shit at his house, and after we did that at his house, I went back over there like 2 3 days later, and we did slide through. Didn't even have Shadow on it yet. Those are the only two fucking songs we had for that album right there. And one day we over the crib, Shadow come through. And then when Shadow come through, me and the guard SAV is in the mix of, trying to get the feel out and figure out what the fuck we gonna do for this album, man. And then Shadow showed up, showing up some shit. And we showed him we slide through, and the song wasn't even slide through. The name of the shit was called Sound Off. Is when I said, you want ounces, I want pounds off. Now let it sound off. That was the fucking name of the song right there. Shadow came over that day. SAV looked him that I couldn't even ask him yet. SAV looked at him, yo, you think you got a hook for that? He said, yo. He said, niggas coming through, yo, block. Oh man. I said, hey yo, wait, what? I stopped the beat. I said, get the fuck in the booth. Say that shit again. Our verses was already done. We just needed a hook and someone to close down the third verse and do the hook again. He did the hook. Then when he did the hook again, it sounded a whole lot better. I was like, oh man, this shit fire. And it was original. It was We Slide Through featuring Shadow. Understand? Understand? It was featuring Shadow. You hear what the fuck I'm saying to y'all niggas? I go live. I believe I was doing audio on Anchor and I was going live on I was doing audio on Anchor and I was going live on Facebook. Shadow said it himself. He's Gorilla House. So now we done went from 4 to 3 to 2 to 3. And the 3 that y'all on that fucking Welcome to Eastern Lowlands cover is the 3 that are continuously gonna hold this shit down. 3-headed monster. We outside. Busting y'all niggas in your motherfucking head with this hardcore, lyrical, rugged, and raw. We them niggas. We them niggas, son. And I don't think there's no more history to tell to the album. The rest is history. Shadow became a part of the album, and after he became part of the album, the nigga became part of the group. And when the nigga became part of the group, we got the rest of the album done. So the rest of the album that y'all hear would be the rest of the album that I mean the rest of the album. The rest of the songs that y'all hear on Welcome to Eastern Lowlands, you don't hear Shadow on three of them because he wasn't a part of the group. You don't hear Shadow on three of them because one, he was a part of the group, but he didn't make it to the studio that day. But he's on the right. He was on the rest of the album. He's on the. He's just not on. We take care of this and flipped up. He's just not on them two right there because he wasn't a part of the group at that time. We were still in the mix of the controversy of the war between D Mac and SAV. When that nigga said fuck Gorilla House, I turned into a gorilla. Nigga, all I saw was red after that. That shit pissed me off so much. It fueled me up to go into the booth. I was like, yo, nigga, I wish you lived in the same state. Fuck this record. I would have battled you, nigga, and I would have shut it down. Before I dissed that nigga, I had an opportunity to, and right after I dissed him, this is after the diss record, yeah. After I did the diss record, son, I had a chance to get us some bread off this shit. We had a real feud. We done sent diss records. Shit is real. It's popping. Like if I see this nigga, like, yo, what up? What's up? Like it was that. And on top of that, nigga, this is lyrical combat. You feel me? I got the balls to win. He don't have the balls to win. So I knew that he wasn't going to accept the challenge, but I figured with money on the table, he get a bag, I get a bag, we go the fuck home. We go on about our business, go back to the studio, work on whatever the fuck it is that we're working on. And then we just don't pay attention to each other no more. That's it. That's it. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, bro. He said fuck Gorilla House. So I said, take a walk, clear your thoughts before you bring your ass back up in this house. And if you ain't gonna act right, then nigga stay the fuck out. Get out your feelings. There ain't no money in there. Screw your head on straight and get back to work, kid. That's real. Jay, I'm gonna end it right there. You know what I mean? I ain't even want to do that to you, son. Real talk. And I know I said I wasn't gonna speak on this no more, but like I'm giving y'all the history on the Welcome to Eastern Lowlands album, son. Gotta talk about this nigga because he was a part of the history of something gotta give. He a part of the history of Gorilla House. You know what I mean? He a part of Gorilla House, bro. Yeah, I just farted on the podcast. Yes. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing else to explain on Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. Shadow became a part of the group and we finished the album. And there y'all have it. Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. And I know I talked about it a little while ago in a blog that I did called Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. And that blog specifically, I gave like a brief history of that. I just broke down the whole entire timeline of Welcome to Eastern Lowlands. And also, not only is Lowlands known as the gorilla's habitat, but in the East Coast and the West Coast, We can use that shit as the symbolizer of the jungle because they call the hood the jungle. They call the hood the jungle. They call us animals. They call us apes. They call us gorillas. They call us all kinds of shit. So this is the lowlands. So when you say you in the eastern lowlands, it mean you in the east coast. If you in the western lowlands, that mean you on the west coast. But this is just another thing that started in the east coast. The east coast coined this. This is proof. This is hard copy. This is work right here. You know what I mean? This is manifestation in the works. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I don't know who else done originated what we originated, but we done started some shit. You feel what I'm saying? This the ruggedest album in hip hop right now. 50 years. We the greatest. We're gonna continue to be great. I need y'all niggas to get ready for Shadow album. In case y'all don't know, Shadow went crazy on this shit. Shadow, salute to you, my nigga. You came through and hit an album in my motherfucking computer, and I didn't even know about it. That's for real. I ain't even know about it. Shit was just chilling in the computer, lounging, son. But I forgot the name of his album. Damn, son. SAV, I don't even know the name of your shit because you ain't even get the name for it. Damn. Don't get that done, though. We gonna get a lot of shit done for y'all niggas. And as y'all niggas can see right here, it's a dead microphone. The bars did well, the bars did nothing for this microphone. I didn't rap not one song off this mic. I only use this microphone for motherfucking I only use that microphone for podcasting. This microphone that y'all seeing right now, this is the microphone that I record everything off. It's the microphone I do podcasts with, all that shit. This shit dead over here, bro. But I think it's time to shut it down. I'll let y'all know the history. Through the Eye of the Creator, August 11th is dropping. The album is done. The album been done for like since the album got done the week of the Gorilla House album dropping, or a week before. So the album been done for like nearly a month or some change. And oh, before I go, I got two battles. Two motherfucking battles. I'm gonna start writing some shit. And I really hope you niggas is on your A game because nigga, please. I know after I do these two battles, I'm going back and hiding and doing more music and more Gorilla House music and shit like that. But nigga, these next two battles, they're complete bodies that I owe to battle rap. Real talk. These next two niggas is getting smoked. I feel that I don't even have an opponent yet. Whether they rematches or brand new niggas, y'all gonna feel this pain. One is a rematch, indeed, and the other one, I don't know who the Vic is, but I feel bad after you fucking see what I do to this nigga again. Devilino, Devilino, oh motherfucking Devilino. I hope you bring your best balls with you, because the last time the 32 ball effect fucked you up badly. It had you not knowing when to stop rapping and all that shit. You ain't even know how to put your raps together after you heard the first round. You was stunned. You was trying to do everything in your power to beat me. This time we have more time. I'm gonna rip this nigga head, arms, legs, shoulders, chop his hands up, all that. It's going down. This is something we were supposed to do a very long time ago. We had to reschedule, and the rescheduled time is now. Let's make it happen. You're the first nigga that I can get back to right now. And by the way, I'm gonna say this right now. This battle will happen on Battle Rap Kingdom. I'm going home. I'm still a king. Last time I checked, I took the crown. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas be smooth and all that. Be safe. Traveling and all that. Two battles through the eye of the creator. August 11th, that's dropping. Um, August 11th, through the eye of the creator. Gorilla House. Welcome to Eva's Lowlands. Now everywhere. Go get that iTunes, Apple Music, whatever it is. Shadow album be out next month on his birthday. SAV, we still working on his EP. You know what I mean, he got a couple more joints to do, and then he'll hit y'all with a release date, and that's gonna drop for you. But until then, oh, and I got the J.O.E. and Charlie Hayes album dropping uh next year. That's gonna set the year off. Ghetto Influential, the fourth album. That's coming out next year too, but that's later on after that. And 18 joints on the next album. So y'all get prepared. This pen work crazy, man. This pen work crazy. And it's about to get bad for these niggas. Opening up heads on niggas, man. You're grabbing a can opener and going crazy, man. That's my focus right now. These next two battles that I got. I'm coming outside for a minute, smack a couple niggas up, and I'm going back in the studio, do what I do. Y'all niggas be smooth out here. Represent, hold it down, show these niggas what crime it is. It's Gorilla House. Peace.